Sean here. I thought it would be easier to put together a quick video to reply to your email instead of just typing a big long email, spending all morning typing a big long email. But this is take 4, so maybe typing the email might have been quicker. But anyway, let's go with this. This will be easier. Right, so your question's a good one, in relation to links. And there is this idea of what is the best link. And I suppose the ideal link is a link that comes from a site that has traffic just like yours, that generates traffic just like the site that you're targeting, i.e. Checkback or MyVetting, that is geographically relevant, that is the inbound links to the site, that's supplying us the link also are, topically relevant. Things like this here, that there's no spam links, all that kind of stuff. Now, that's the ideal link. The links that we got for you tick most of them boxes, but not them all. And, it's very rarely that you're going to get a link that ticks all the boxes and whatnot. So you do your best, and to find links that are topically relevant, in something like this that is very nichey, vetting, HR, it is difficult, it's challenging. But let's look at the links we got you and what I think, how they've acted, how they've performed, okay? So if we look at this spreadsheet here, I take it you've seen this. So here, we sent 6 links we'll use MyVetting. We spent 6 links in June to MyVetting. We got, and here's 2 of them here, from this, the Human Capital, Advisory Excellence, and they went to MyVetting, the Right to Work page, and they went to your root domain. They were the 2 most expensive links. And then you've got these 4 here as well. So there you've got 4. You've got USA Lifestyle. You've got, I think this is sellybrow.org. You've got DMG News, and you've got JBSA Golf and whatnot, right? So let's look and see how they have performed. So now I use, as you know, Ahrefs. So if we look at the back links for Ahrefs, so here I'm in Ahrefs. As you can see, I'm looking at MyVetting, and we're looking at, let's look at the new links. Right. So we click here. Okay, so first of all, there's your Advisory Excellence and Lincoln. That's one of the ones. And there's the Human Capital. Remember the first 2 we mentioned? There's them 2 there. And then the 4 other ones, JBS Golf, Sellybrow, USA Lifestyle, and DGM News. So they've all now, because I've got them indexed, so they're now all linking to your site, and Google and the various programs have picked up on it. You can see here that Ahrefs has defined these links as best links. Now, not all links are best links. So if I'll show you now. You can see there's lots of links here that don't click the category of best links. I'll send you a link to from Ahrefs that will explain what defines them as best links. But let's have a look and see how you're doing then from a position. So we've got the links in. We can see they've been indexed and they're pointing. So let's see if they're having any effect. So now I'm looking at your organic keywords for MyVetting. And this is telling you their ranking position as of the 19th of July, which is today, and it kind of compares it to a month ago, right? Now, you have a lot of things ranking, so I've filtered these keywords. So every keyword has to have the term right to in it, just so, because remember, the pages we targeted, right to work, right to rent, etc. So that was where we targeted. And I've got these now filtered by position. And again, it's looking pretty good, I think. Like you see, check proof of right to rent, share code, right to rent ID, or check right to work online. Like these are hopefully money keywords. And you can see that from a positioning point of view, like you're moving up the ranking. There's up to position 15, up to position 4, 56 to 17, 31 to 17, 21 to 19. And these are your product pages here. Right to work, check online. Right to rent, check online. Right to work, check online. There you 1.4K traffic, just gone from position 68 to position 19. Nice little jump. And we picked that up on that 3 days ago. So this kind of tells me it looks like, the links are doing their job and whatnot. So hopefully, that reassures you. My strategy, instead of going for, spending all your money on one big bang link, which is not something I've ever done, to be honest, is to spread the links across. You on the site, there's several pages you want to promote. So I'm just spreading the link juice and the priority across them, not just focus on them. Then the odd link then to your root domain, which you'd expect to get anywhere, and then I'll drop the odd link, depending how long this goes. I'll drop the odd link on various blog posts, etc., just to make the whole thing feel natural. Like to get links from for a link that kind of ticks all your boxes, as I said, is difficult. The one way around that, and we've had brief discussions with Lindsay on this, is you create your own sites. And I've done that, in the sense of a couple of months ago, I created a few sites just playing around with AI. So you have this site here, bpscheck.co.uk. You can see this is all about BPS. Its metrics are not nearly as good as the other ones, because obviously it takes, as you know yourself, it takes time and money to build the metrics, but they're not terrible. Good trust flow, good page authority. The domain authority is 6. It's not the worst in the world. But obviously it ticks the box of being topically relevant. And this site actually does generate a little bit of traffic, BPS traffic, through some of the low traffic, the low competitive terms. And now you have a link from this pointing to BPS, or pointing to BPSS on checkback. But it takes a bit of time to get these things up and running. From when you create them, and then you start backlinking them with links just to get their D up and to get some traffic to them. So I've kind of had brief discussions with Lindsay on this. Really, if you were to create these kind of sites, you'd be creating these kind of sites maybe to generate a link in 6 or 9 months from them. This site here is about 6-9 months old, and that would kind of take this is kind of creating your own private blog network. So there is some use in that. Another big advantage of sites like this is obviously nobody else is going to get a link from this site except your site. So, that can be done. But as I said, go back on your original question. I think the links that we're getting are doing a good job. With the budget you have, it's a good budget for both domains. I think if you stick at this, consistently for a few months, I think we're seeing results already. Obviously, things slow down a bit, once you move closer to page 1, and it gets harder to move up the positions. But I think with this approach will work well for you. But any questions, listen, give us a shout. I hope this made sense to you. And is easier than having to read a big long-winded email. But if you want to get on the phone and have a chat, perfectly happy to do that. There you go. It's Friday. Have a good weekend. No rugby this weekend. I hope you were enjoying the rugby last weekend. Hope you were watching it now. Them 2 drop goals from Frawley. If that doesn't reinstate your faith in Irish rugby, I don't know what will. What a weekend. But anyway, listen.